Baby, today is Tuesday, the 23rd of September 2025. Girl, when I tell you, I did do my toning and stuff today. I got up and I felt led to come outside, like to come out to my usual spot, Robbie. And so I did. And I'm glad I did. It's been a minute. This is really beautiful here. But let me tell you, they let me to start toning outside. So I think that means that I'm going to start unlocking some things. I think that means that there's some things that's going to happen in the near future, either for my own well-being or for me to unlock certain abilities and gifts within myself. Or so, I don't know, something's coming. And I've been saying that, I got the vision already. But something's coming. For them to want me to come back out in nature like this. Like, I've been going outside and grounding and putting my feet on the ground and stuff. But something is coming. And I feel like I'm getting back in alignment with the overall occurrences. Because I kind of been ducked off from the world because I really don't go nowhere. Right? But I guess that's intentional. And I feel like whatever's coming, yes, we're being called to unlock our gifts and stuff. But I feel like this is not a pivot off of the path, or that this wasn't the initial pivot, but something is happening. And I'm excited. That being said, I'm going to tell you how I know something happening. Because this round of like releasing ancestral stuff, this is an echo. Meaning this is something I'm not even attached to anymore. And it is acting like this parasite, this energy is acting like I'm supposed to take on its nature. It's wild. I would love to talk to someone about this that would get it. Because I don't really feel like, unless there are other people in their lineages that are facing what I'm facing as a curse breaker, I don't think that people would get it. Or unless you're spiritually inclined, I don't think people would get it. But, I don't know. Because this is really intense. Not intense where I feel like I can't handle it, but it's intense like I have never this was an echo. This is not even like a strong man or a parasite. And I'm not the one that was involved in whatever I'm facing, girl. Like, I'm not the perpetrator. Okay? And I'm having to face it. It's wild. Like, this is the part of it where I'm like, now I understand why people are like, when you really are a spiritual being, this thing is mucky and murky and dirty and disgusting and vile and grotesque, and you face the stuff that ain't nobody else gonna face. When I tell you, I can handle it. I got it. I ain't worried about that. But to know that this is what it might be like every day until it's not. Whew. And let me tell you. So I had did some readings on it a couple days ago, or yesterday. And they would say like, expect your dreams and stuff like that to lessen, and expect your triggers and stuff to these certain things to go away and stuff. And I'm like, do you know last night I had a dream about it? And this is deep ancestral tether work. And it's wild. To the point where I was sitting here meditating, right? And I was sitting here thinking, like, I heard to his throne, go to his throne, go to his throne. And I'm like, my throne is internal. Like, I actually had to make a stand and say that. Because I'm like, I'm not going backwards. I'm not going backwards, like I said. I'm not going backwards. I'm standing in my freedom. I go within. I don't look for anything outside of me to set me free from anything. That's how I've been growing, right? But this is intense. Like, it's intense to the point where it's like, I can understand if a person did not have inner stability. I can understand why this would be difficult. To me, I already know what I have to do. And so if anybody, oh, you need help? No, I don't. I'm going to handle this just like I've handled anything else. Everything that I need, the therapist that I had, she said, I've given you all the tools. Spirit was like, you're already equipped to handle this. Why do I need to go ask somebody for help? I know what to do. I got it. I just feel like this is nothing but part of my testimony. Only difference is, this is like, I think the reason why it's as heavy as it is because there are people in the patrilineal side of my family that they still have not healed. And they're still alive. It's not just ancestors. So for me, I'm like, I'm good. I got this. But what I'm really excited, this is how I know something big is about to happen. Because of the depth of work that I'm doing right now. Something major is not only falling off, but as the old goes out, the new is coming in. That's why I'm like, I kind of have an idea how, like, if I put my focus where I know it needs to be, I have an idea and a time frame of how long this is going to be. I'm excited. That's why I be smiling. I don't have shit to be worried about. And I'm not. I'm not embarrassed. I'm not ashamed. I'm not humiliated. I don't feel no type of guilt. And I think I keep saying that because at one point I did. And I had it because there are men in my family that did this shit. And when you are a curse breaker, the sins of the forefathers fall down on the descendants. AKA, somebody got to deal with it. And I just so happen to be the person that's able to deal with it. Able. Because this is crazy. I'm not even going to lie. I'm very calm. I'm very stable. I'm very even-tempered in the way that I'm projecting myself. But girl, it's not anything that I feel emotionally because I'm not attached to this. It's all mental. It's all voices. It's all thought forms. Now, if I felt some type of way emotionally, then it's like, okay, I need to write, or I need to this, or I need to that. But I've already done it. They set me up for success with this stuff. Because this is probably, I'll say, besides what I was referring to when we did get to that part of therapy, this is probably the most trying thing that I've dealt with outside of therapy. And it's not trying as in, oh my gosh, I'm thinking about. I don't have the desire to do that. Am I a sexual being? Is that going anywhere? Am I sexually sovereign? Yes, the fuck I am. Period. But I'm not out of control. And what I am dealing with, it's not originating from me. So, it's wild though. It's wild. I didn't get to make a video of me toning because I'm still trying to figure out how I'm gonna do this outside. But I just made the video in place. This still ended up being a beautiful day. a beautiful day. And look. So I get to put my feet in this water. You talking about some grounding, girl? This ish right here. I learned how to ground with water here. This ish right here. You want to get in touch with the parts of yourself that you don't see. Them emotions, baby. Get your ass in a river, a river that's safe to get in. Get your ass in Mother Nature's river. Cause baby, this right here, golly. There's some power right here, baby. There's power. I don't know. I just felt led to come here. So I came. Ain't no real particular reason why. I just am excited that they're leading me to start like using my vocal abilities outside now. I don't know what's gonna come of it, but I trust them. I trust them. I trust wherever my internal compass leads me, because I know I'm being led by Mother Divine. She lives within me. My ancestors, ancestral protectors, they live within me. Ooh, there's something under there. I still trust them though, bro. I trust them. But I do. I'm excited. I want to see what my vocal capacity is. I want to see what my vocal capability is. If I'm supposed to be connecting with nature, I want to see what I can do. Like, I really do. And I think that is probably why this echo is showing up like this at the time that it's showing up. You know how in superhero movies and stuff like that, typically speaking, people's vocal ability, or not their vocal abilities, but their superpower, it usually come on when they're under the most duress. That's what I feel like is happening. I feel like it's gonna be quiet, but because everything I'm going through is internal, right? But I feel like that's what's happening. So I'm excited to see what ends up happening. Like, the more I train my voice and stuff, man, this is gonna be cool. Like, because my thing is this, right? If I'm not walking in the right direction, why do Spirit keep using things? Why do Solana keep using things to help me see that I'm going in the right path? Like today, I just came across this, I think it's Proverbs 18:16. That says, a man's gift makes room for him. And they're telling me to sharpen my gift and build more skill around my ability. So that means that whatever it is, like at my full capacity, my full capability, whatever it is that they're training me to do right now, I'm going to use this. So that's why when I be hearing the voice and stuff like that be coming to me, I listen to it. Because I have the internal stability to know and remember who I am and observe. And as this energy is speaking to me, I'm learning it. I'm not afraid of it. For what? I know who I am, right? So learn who it is. I'm going to just sit back and learn you. Listen to you. And my soul is going to gather enough information to be like, oh, okay, we're done. Okay, amen, we're done. You can leave. Thank you. Like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the way it's going to happen. So, that's what I'm excited about. What it say in the book? Whatsoever things are true and pure and honest and just and lovely, of good report, praiseworthy, of virtue, I choose to think on those things. I'm observing you and what you're saying, what I'm hearing, because I'm learning the energy signature. Just like I've done every other time. This ain't really different. And in fact, this is just an echo. This ain't even something that's attached. It's something that's just like anything else. It's cleansing and purging out of my nervous system. And out of my emotion, all the different parts of me that is purging out of. That's it. It's just more resistant. That is the only difference. So of course, if it's more resistant, it's going to be more belligerent and in your face and trying to domineer you and make you pay attention. Of course. And as within, so without. Period. So, and just like anything else that I've conquered, I'm going to conquer this too. I'm not worried about this. It's not, temptation can only work if you're emotionally attached to it. I'm a naturally curious person. Curious and temptation is not the same thing. Though they can work together, they're not the same thing. So, but it is interesting. So just as I'm dealing with this negativity, my focus is on the positive that's coming out of this. Because for them to lead me to come outside and start toning, I'm telling you, that to me is a big deal. That's a big deal. I'm about to do something. I'm about to awaken something. Nature about to start moving on my behalf. Something is about to happen. Over the time period that I'm seeing, something's about to happen. I'm telling you. I'm talking about with me. So with this season, I'm definitely pushing through, because this season right here, I'm telling you, this equinox, this particular equinox for me, especially because it's the 9 year, this particular equinox, I would be crazy not to take advantage of it. Gotta push. Have to, because it's good things Spirit's doing. And, yo, I have not been by water since when? Well, technically since yesterday, because it rained. But, like, a water source, I don't think I've been by here since before I left for my vacation. And I came back and it's like I never left. It's like I never left. Because my body, it's like my body remembered, nature remembered, everything remembered. Oh. just remembered. And it was so easy for me to be one with the water again. And that right there, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Because that means, and that's why they've been telling me, none of the work that you put in has been reversed. None of it. Everything that you've done has been, you've been accumulating. You haven't lost any progress. That's what I was trying to say. You have not lost any progress. I'm like that. Okay. That. But yeah, this one here, and Spirit, you know what's crazy? Spirit know what Spirit doing. My soul know what it's doing, because they knew that this was going to be the next thing that I'm dealing with in the season that we're in. We are in the quote-unquote fall. The world calls a fall, right? Now, I understand energetically the reason why it starts becoming relaxed is because the sun is moving away from the earth, and just because the gates and seasons and the cycles and stuff is changing. So, why not have me deal with this in the summertime? You know what I mean? So, because in the fall season, this is also the time when things fall away the most. This is why there'd be so many different holidays and all this stuff to distract you from what you can do to take advantage of this time during the year. That's when all these distractions and stuff come. Because energetically, if you hone in on this freaking energy right here, baby, this is Mother Divine's time. Do you hear what I'm saying? If you take this time in, my goodness. And this is the time. So okay. Beautiful. I'm gonna tell you something else. I'm sitting here thinking, because when you are dealing with energies that are not yours, but you're filtering them out, right? The type of resilience and inner fortitude that you have to sit there and observe something, especially when it's speaking at you accusatorily, it's not guilt. And that's probably why I keep saying that too. Because the way that this energy is talking to me as if I deserve to be talked to this way. So if it was guilt, I would feel that emotion attached to it. But the reason I think I keep saying that is because it's not that. So ain't the way that the enemy attack you, they think about, girl, this is Spirit. The kingdom of heaven suffers violence, and the violent take by force. What does that mean? The kingdom of heaven talking about your mind. Heaven, the above realm. The kingdom of heaven, your brain, your mind, through thought processes and thought transmissions, suffers violence. What is violence? Brute force, attacks, transmissions, trying to infiltrate or influence or tempt or distort what you choose to see and what you choose to look at. As within, so without, right? And the violent take by force. So that means whatever presence dominates and is more forceful or is able to be knocked off of their center is the victorious one. Whoever is more forceful or can be knocked off of their center is the one that has lost the battle. The kingdom of heaven your mind suffers violence, suffers brute force attacks, and the violent take the mind over. If you can dominate the mind, you can dominate the soul. If you can dominate the soul, you dominate the being. I am indomitable. I will not lose. So that's why I'm not worried. And it's not just words that I'm saying to myself to convince myself. Spirit literally told me this. I'm not worried about this. This is something else. I'm going to be like, listen, you need to go ahead and face such and such. It's not going to be easy depending on whatever. But I'm going to tell, Spirit is giving this to me. Now, I said that most of the stuff from my matrilineal lineage I've dealt with as far as breaking curses, which is why those ancestors are with me, which I ended up inheriting so many more because of who my matrilineal lineage is attached to. And then stuff started coming up about the patrilineal lineage. So how interesting is it that my spiritual gifts, which come from my matrilineal side, and the gifts that come from my patrilineal side, how interesting is it that I'm dealing with the patrilineal lineage using the very gift that was either suppressed or dominated or used for other purposes to overcome? Tell me this is not spirit. Tell me that's not spirit. So that's why I'm not worried. Spirit is not. There's a verse that say, they that sent me is with me. They would not leave me alone. I am not afraid of this energy. I'm not afraid of this energy. All this, I've gone through worse stuff than this. All the stuff that I've gone through and they're going to leave me now? Come on. Girl. That's not how that works. You know what I'm saying? That's not how that works. So, I'm not worried. I just have to do what I need to do to keep my center. And I'm going to do that. And even if I'm not doing it, I know what I'm doing. Spiritual strategist. I know what I'm doing. Whew. So, I'm not worried. I think that's just leaves. Yeah, I'm not worried. Yeah, I just needed to be able to see it myself. And I understand also why they said that this is not one of those situations where you're just going to deal with it head on, how I've dealt with everything else. You have to use strategic disengagement. I said, okay, so this one is going to require a little bit more time. And that is probably why this is coming up during this season as well. But it's a benefit. Even though you have to push a little bit more, there's a benefit to moving through darkness. When you choose to do what you need to do, and you move through this season, I'm telling you, the freaking reward is crazy. And they're pushing me into greatness. I understand it. That's why I was like, because I understand intuitive acceleration and quantum this and this and this, I understand exactly how they set this up for me. I would have to either not be in the right place, or I would have to just simply be disobedient to them for me to not be successful at this. And they already know that's not going to happen. You know what I mean? They already know that. So, I'm chilling. I mean, that voice be talking. That voice be talking like it owns my body. But you have to deal with it like energy flows where attention goes, right? So you have to deal with these energy signatures. You got to deal with these echoes like you know what you're supposed to do with your energy. You don't have to always respond or react. Sometimes no response is a response. It's kind of the voice is a little narcissistic if I be honest. And I think I know why I'm saying that. I know why I'm saying that. Because I know how to deal with them. I know how to deal with them. This is all just very interesting to me, man. I tell you. I'm the same person that I was. That's cool. They're pushing me right into greatness. I see how they're doing this, man. This is cool. But a prudent man conceals knowledge. I will not give what is holy to the dogs. I will not cast my pearls before the swine. It's time. This is beautiful. Like the fact that I can sit out here in nature and just be one. Like I've been out here for 4 hours. But it feels good. It's 2 or 3 on the clock. Okay. Resonance, peace, and soul alignment.